Hey guys, Thunder here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss my other videos. Okay, so today is Monday, October 6th, and my market happened this weekend. This is the biggest market that we sign up for, this biggest booth fee that we have to pay every year. And honestly, it's probably the biggest, day of selling that we do every year. So, yeah. That was another reason why I did not want to cancel, even though I was sick. I was definitely tired. Definitely glad that my mom was there to help me, because it was just a lot. From like 8 a.m. to probably about 2 p.m., we were slammed. We did not have much time to sit or anything. So, good problem to have. Also, when you're not feeling the best, maybe just a little bit of rest would have been good, but really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. And there were several other crocheters there, which I personally did not mind, because I went and I looked around. I did not see every other crocheter there, but I did go up one direction, and we was also different. You could definitely tell we all had our own styles. There was one lady there who had cat plushes that had catnip in them. I thought that was a really interesting idea. Yeah, we was all so different. But with any show, there's going to be good stuff and there's going to be bad stuff. The bad stuff is I was definitely next to another crocheter. We was right next to each other. Didn't bother me much because we had different stuff. We both had plushies, but hers was in blanket yarn, mine was not. Hers was different from what I had. Did not really see that big of a deal. I guess she did. She definitely made it known that she was not happy about it, and yeah. Did not let my mom and I, though, we did not dwell on that. It wasn't anything that we could do to control that. We was happy with our spot. We was across from people that we see at a lot of shows, so we've kind of become friends. We was by other people that we had been by last year. They make these little puppets and things. I had a lot of fun with those two. So, and honestly, we were so busy that I don't even know how she did in sales. I don't know how much her stuff sold. I don't know her prices or anything. I just was like, okay, that's not what I need for today. I want to bring some positivity into this. I'm not doing that. But I did say last week that I might try on Thursday to do more Boo Bears and to sew the Loch Ness Monster. That did not happen. I was done for. I was not feeling it, not feeling well, so that did not happen. So I had the right idea to take the pieces of the Loch Ness Monster to my market, and if I had some time, I could do it then. Did not happen because, like I said, we was busy from even before the show started, because I think it started at 8. It might have started at 7. I don't know. But, there was from, 7 till probably 2:30. It was just so packed. And even after that, it was still a lot of people. You could definitely see the crowd thinning out at that point, but there's still a lot of people. And even as we was packing up, I still had people coming in and buying stuff. So, yeah. And the show was supposed to close at 4. They did not open. I don't even know what time they reopened the streets for cars to get in there, because, not the main street, but, my mom was able to come down a side street and come to us, because our part was clear of people. There was nobody else walking around down there, but the other part was the food trucks, and there was still so many people there. She actually did not get back over to me till 4:30. So that was already 30 minutes after show, and there were still so many people. Yeah. Honestly, though, we was just ready to go home. We had been up since, I think it was 4:30. We was done. We was tired. We was ready to go. So, but such a good day. Definitely have stuff that I have to remake, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but I did not get to the Loch Ness Monster. Some of the good stuff that did happen, though, we did see some people that we haven't seen for a while, because they started doing bigger shows and out-of-state shows and things. it was just an overall good day, honestly. We did have one person come and kind of stop at our booth and go, I think I follow y'all on Facebook. I do! And that was really fun. We had one guy who came in, and I have chubby dinos. I take 5 of those to each show just because they are one of my most popular items. And they are a pattern by Stringy Ding Ding. And this guy came in, he's like, I'll take all of these. And my mom kept going, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I've got 6 kids. And we had taken extra stuff, so I had an extra one. I said, well, do you want to trade this one out for one of these? He's like, no, I'll take that one too. So he took all of those. I sold out of a few things. Really wish I'd been able to make more Boo Bears because they did sell out. Yeah, just overall a really good day. I kept having a lot of people come in and tell me that my stitches were so tight and they looked so good. I had some people come in and tell me that out of all the crochet booths that they had seen, my stuff looked the absolute best there. I don't know about that. I think they might have just been being nice, but it was kind of nice to hear, especially after everything else that had happened with earlier. So yeah. But first things first today, I have to get this Loch Ness Monster done. However, I do have a restock list. This is my priority restock list. And then this is my restock list for like next year. It's on both sides. But on my priority restock list, I was able to mark the one thing off because I had it upstairs and I just did not have it like in like the numbers in the stock yet. So I have to remake a black and white panda. I have one, but I want to make another one because I'm thinking I might take a second one to my November show. I need 2 green and brown turtles because I sold both of mine and I currently only have 1 big turtle left. So I also need a fun color turtle to go with that. And that comes out of this book, Whimsical Stitches by Lauren Espy. The black and white panda is a pattern by Odinka Wizanani. I need 3 mini Tories because I'm only sitting with 1. I sold both of mine at this market. That is a pattern by TheNicoleChase.com. And then 8 mini axolotls, and that's a pattern by Ted Zukurita. That's my priority restock list. Yeah. That's still a lot, but I'm really hoping to get as much of that done as possible this week. Have to start with the Loch Ness Monster, and that's out of a book, and it's by DIY Fluffies. It's out of the Purple Unicorns and Dragons 3 book, so yeah. Also, I will say, I had said last week I was thinking that a lot of the smaller stuff would sell because of the government shutdown and all that. I don't know if it was because of the government shutdown, but I was absolutely right in that thought. Yeah, I think I sold 1 big thing, and that was a poison apple guy. The rest of the stuff, a lot of people looked at it. A lot of people commented, how cute, oh, so wonderful, love it. But the smaller / medium stuff went instead. So yeah, but first things first, I've got to finish up that Loch Ness. It just needs sewing, and then it's ready to go. Really wish I would have had it at this show because I think it might have sold, but there was just no time for me to sew it together. And then I'm going to start on the black and white panda and just go down my list. So we're going to get off of here. We're going to get to the couch and we're going to get to crocheting. Hey guys, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for the midweek update. First things first, the Loch Ness Monster is done. Completely sewed, done. He doesn't really like to sit up unless you have him like a certain way. I think I sewed his head too far forward, so he's kind of top heavy, but it's done. And this is a pattern by DIY Fluffies, and I told you it came out of the purple Unicorns and Dragons 3 book. I was wrong. It comes out of this one, the Unicorns and Dragons 2, the pink one. So yeah, it's Nestor. I will have it linked though. That was technically just needing sewing. And then Monday, I started on this panda. This is a pattern by Odinka Wisanani. I did one of these like a couple weeks ago as well, but I'd like to have two shows worth of stock. So yeah, and otherwise I'd be down to one. And if we do end up doing another show after my November one, then because we do technically have the one in my city in December, we're just not really certain about that one, just because of the fact that if there's only going to be three vendors there again, it's not going to really be worth the time and effort it takes to set up and everything. So yeah, but got this guy done. He was technically done yesterday because Monday I had to stop early because I had some things I had to go do. So, but he's done. He's off the list. Then I needed 3 turtles by Lauren Espy. So here we go. I was completely out of the green and brown turtles, like the regular color turtles, completely out of them. So I need 1 more of these, which I'm going to make today. And hopefully I can get to the other one today as well. Yeah. But yeah. So we have 1 of these guys done. They take a little bit more time than what I realized just because of the shell and like the embroidery detail on the shell, but it's so cute. And it's honestly, if I haven't sold out of turtles at every show, there's probably not been that many people, because these turtles, they sell well. But yeah, sometimes they sell well, sometimes they don't. This past show, like I said, I sold 3 out of 4, or at least I think I said that. I sold 3 out of 4 because I had taken extra, so obviously I needed more. I was out of the green and brown, so I need 1 more, and then another fun color turtle, as I call them. And then I will probably start on the tiny axolotls by Ted Zukurita. But I will link some form of social media for Lauren Espy. I'll link the pattern for the panda. I will link the YouTube page for DIY Fluffies, and if I get to the mini axolotls, tiny axolotls, whichever one you want to call them, the small axolotls, if I get to that, I will link that pattern as well, because it is a free one. But first things first, I need to get back to making these turtles, because like I said, the shell kind of does take a little while. And I think I'm just going to leave the mini toys for next week. Obviously, I'm not getting to them this week. Would have loved to have banged out that entire list this week, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. So let me see how many things I can get done. And I will check back in Friday and we can go over everything that was done. Hey guys, okay, so it is Friday, which means it's time to do the outro. So, first things first, I got this guy from last week sewn together this week. This is a pattern out of a book. It's by DIY Fluffies. I will link their YouTube channel. And yeah, really happy about him. Really, really pretty. So, then the next thing I did was this Panda, which I was a little short on Monday, so he didn't get done until Tuesday technically. This is a pattern by Odinka Wizanani. I will link it. The next thing I needed was, I only needed one black and white panda. So the next thing I needed was 2 green and brown turtles, and this is also out of a book. It's by Lauren Espy. Here's one. And here's 2. So both of those are done. And I will link some form of social media or something for Lauren Espy. Then I needed a fun color turtle, and I still had the colors for the Loch Ness Monster out, so I just went with those. And yeah, so that's my fun color turtle. And then I still had a bit of time, so I decided to go ahead and start on the mini axolotls that I need, because I need 8 of those, and I got 1 done. So there's that. I did start a second one. I have the head, the tail, and the arms and legs done, but it still needs a body and then the fins and then sewing together, so it's not quite there, but it'll get there. So that brings our total to 6 items this week. Oh, and this is a pattern by Ted Zuku Rita. I'll link it. That brings us to 6 items this week, though. One of them was technically done. It just needed sewing, but I'm still going to count it for the week. And this brings me to just needing 3 mini Tories on my priority restock list, and then 7 more of these guys, 7 more mini axolotls. So I'm doing good. And my next market is not until the end of November, which that might end up being my last market. I'm not really certain. So yeah, doing really well, and I think I'm going to be able to have enough time to get to like some reindeer or some Christmas trees or something of that nature. But that's where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.